golfers, do you keep throwing away rounds with horrible tee shots? Trust me, I have been there. Those big misses off the tee, out of bounds, lost balls, or stuck in the trees that turn pars into triple bogeys or worse, hurting our scorecard. In today's video, I'm taking you through 5 key reasons plus bonus tip of why your tee shots are leading to huge numbers and how to play smarter to stop shooting 90 plus for good. Let's get started.
Okay, you want to know the difference between a mid to high handicapper and someone who's got a single digit handicap? It's course management. So this right here, I love this thing. This is my TaylorMade QI35 driver. Most golfers who are beginners, they just automatically pull driver out of the bag on every par 4 and every par 5. But that's actually not the smart play. It's okay if it's wide open and there's no trouble, you can hit driver, that's fine. But on the hole like we're on right here, there's actually trouble to the right of the cart path and trouble left of the fairway. My driver could get me in trouble, so I'm actually gonna leave it in the bag and I'm gonna hit a fairway finder here. Let me go ahead and give you the example of what would happen though if I would hit my driver. Oh man, I sliced it out of bounds. That thing is slicing hard. So that's what a mid to high handicapper does. You only want to hit driver when there's not trouble like there is on this hole. This is my 4-iron right here. This is what I call a fairway finder. So I'm just going to try to knock this thing out there in the fairway and play it smart. That's in play. So I can easily get a par from there and knock my next shot on the green. So next time you're on the tee box, don't just automatically go grab your driver. Consider a fairway finder on holes that have trouble right off the fairway like this one does. One of the reasons why we have blow-up holes is we're not actually thinking about the fairway landing area. I'm on a very difficult hole here, the hole 11 at the Tampa Palms, which is a dogleg left. So if I hit my ball straight, it doesn't draw like I'm gonna intend it to here, the fairway really gets narrow there. My ball can go through the fairway into the woods. And I've done that before when I hit driver. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna assess the fairway and the landing area and actually take less club because the fairway's fatter the closer to us. But when I start hitting it farther down there, the fairway gets skinnier and skinnier. So the smart play here is to leave my driver there. I've assessed my landing area and I know I got a big fat spot to land it right out straight ahead before it narrows out. So I'm not gonna take enough club to reach where the fairway narrows. I'm just going to try to hit a nice iron off the tee into the fairway. Now it didn't go as far as my driver, but that's going to be in the middle of the fairway because that's where the fat part of the fairway is. So assess the fairway, assess your landing area, and if driver gets you to a landing area where it starts to get more narrow and there's trouble around, let your driver take a nap, leave it in the bag, and bring out an iron that you can hit to the fat part of the fairway. This is why a lot of mid to high handicappers have blow up holes. I'm on a par 5, the dog leg right, and you can go for it in 2. So what happens is, especially as men, we just feel all macho and we're like, I'm gonna go for it in 2, I'm gonna go for it in 2. So you step up to the tee box, thinking if I crush this drive on my next shot, I can go for it in 2. Bryson DeChambeau hit a bomb. Wow, it's a bomb.
That was a good shot.
That was a really good shot. That actually turned out to be a good shot, but a lot could have gone wrong there where it could have went right, left, out of bounds, in the hazard, all over the place. So 1 out of every 10 might be good when we try to bomb it like that, but the smart play is just to hit it in play and go for what I call old man par, and don't try to crush it like Bryson DeChambeau and Stephen Curry. Par 5, 16th hole, he's gonna hit the driver. Dumb. So this is what not to do. It's a 3-shot hole anyway. He's gonna try to hit driver. This is my example of why people get triple bogeys, blow-up holes. So if you look down the right side of this hole, there's nothing but trees. Left side of the hole, nothing but trees. That's all red hazards. Ray's gonna try to hit driver here. Very dumb. Started down the middle, it's hooking left. Okay, you landed just shy of the hazard. So you're actually gonna be all right there. But the principle is, if it's a really tight hole like this, just play it smart and hit a fairway finder. Why do we keep making triple bogeys or quadruple bogeys? A lot of times it's just course management. So I want to talk about how to know when to be aggressive, hit driver baby, and when to play it safer and more conservatively and hit your fairway finder or an iron. So I'm going to give you a real life example here. I'm at Tampa Palms on hole 14. And to the left is 5 sand bunkers. Hazard to the left, and then all the way down this right side, there's a hazard. For me to hit driver here, and it's a short par 4, so I could get it near the green, probably not on the green, but up there near it if I hit a great drive, that would be a very aggressive play, but it brings all kind of trouble into play. Being aggressive would not be smart. It would be okay to be aggressive if it was wide open to the left, wide open to the right. And some courses are like that. It's just wide open. Then I don't have a problem with hitting driver. But when it's this tight and this many consequences, this is where I like to play it safer, smarter, and try to just make sure I keep my ball in play. So for this example here, I typically hit a hybrid or a 4-iron because I know I'm going to control that better than being aggressive with the driver. So just ask yourself, if you hit driver and it goes a little left or right, are you going to be in a hazard? And if so, maybe leave it in your bag on that hole and play a little smarter. One of the reasons why we have blow-up holes, we hit it into a hazard because we're subconsciously thinking about that hazard. So I'm on the 10th hole at Tampa Palms here, which is a par 4, dogleg left. All the way down the left side of the hole, alligator infested water. Obviously, I don't want to hit my ball left into the water. I want to hit it to the right. If I hit it too far right, there's another hazard. But here's a problem a lot of mid to high handicappers make. They think, oh no, there's water left, don't go left. And they're literally standing over the ball. Okay, there's water left, don't go left. And then they swing. What were they thinking about the whole time? Water left, don't go left. Guess where the ball goes? Splish splash, I was taking a bath with the alligator. It goes right into the water. The solution is to pick a target that's obviously away from the water and then obsess over that target. So I'm gonna pick a target. You see where that cart path stake is way out there? I'm gonna go to the right of that, and I see a tree. We'll go to kind of the top of that tree that's sticking up with the gnarly little hairs. It looks like Albert Einstein. So in my whole pre-shot routine, I'm not thinking about hitting the ball, not hitting the ball in the water. I'm thinking about hitting the ball to the target, which is that tree out there. So I take my practice swing, I got my target, and I'm just focused on my target. I hit it exactly at my target. Literally right down the middle, right at my target. I didn't think about that water one time other than when I was picking out my target. So if you want to avoid the blow-up holes, recognize where the water out of bounds is, but don't hyper-focus on it. Pick a target away from it and hyper-focus on your target. So one of the reasons why we get so many triple bogeys and blow-up holes is we hit our ball into trouble. I'm on the tree line right here. The tendency is to think, well, I could hit a fade around this tree and somehow go over the water and go up on the green and try to be this hero. Most likelihood is I'm gonna hit the tree and stay in the hazard. I'm gonna hit in the water. It's just gonna be a very errant shot that could lead me to trouble. So this is what I call taking your medicine. So I got a pitching wedge here and I'm gonna find the fairway right. I don't even think I can reach the fairway, honestly. I'm in so much trouble here. But I'm gonna advance it a little bit forward, back in play. I take my medicine, boom. I punch it out. Actually, that is going to find the fairway. That was a very good punch out. So I advanced that ball about 55, 60 yards. I used a pitching wedge, and now I still have a fighting chance to go and save bogey on this hole by hitting that on the green and 2-putting versus the dreaded triple bogey because I tried to hit a hero shot. So if you're in the woods and you don't have a clear path at the green, take your medicine, grab something you're comfortable, you can punch it out with, get that ball back in the fairway. One of the reasons why we get triple bogeys, we have these blow-up holes, is we get to intimidating moments in the round like this right here, or the first tee jitters. We just start overthinking and we don't have any routine or anything to kind of take our mind off the pressure of the situation. So I'm on the #1 handicap hole right now at Tampa Palms, hole 15. Water left, OB right. It's a tough hole. So I'm gonna show you my pre-shot routine because I do the same thing on every shot. That way, no matter if I'm on the first tee or I'm under pressure late in the round like I am right now, I'm just gonna do my routine, kind of take my mind off the magnitude of the moment. I tee the ball up. So if it's a dogleg left, I'm gonna tee the ball up on the right side. If it's a dogleg right, I'm gonna tee my ball up kind of on the left side here. This is a dogleg right, so I'm gonna go ahead and tee my ball up on the left side. Now, I'm gonna take one practice swing. I always do the same thing. I take one practice swing at about 80%. That's just to kind of keep me loose. Then I'm gonna work on my alignment. I'm gonna stand behind the ball and I'm gonna pick my target, which I see a tall pine tree out there that's kind of sticking up. So I've selected my target. Now I'm visualizing my ball going right at that target. that started out of my target. It drew just a little bit, but that should be pretty good. So the point is, no matter if it's the first shot of the day or you're late in the round and you're under pressure, you do the same thing every time, which for me is I identify where I'm going to tee the ball up. I tee it up, I go back, I pick my target, I'm focused on aiming at my target, I get to the ball, I take a deep exhale breath, and then I take my shot. That way, no matter how much pressure is building up, I just do the same pre-shot routine on every shot.